Hey guys! It's time for the wrap up for the February year-a-thon. If you don't know what the year-a-thon is, the link to the Goodreads page will be down below. But basically it's just a readathon going throughout all the year with a challenge for each month. This month's challenge was romance, of course, because of Valentine's Day. And for that I read 2 books. The first of which is this one. I read it in German, Weil ich Leiden liebe by Colleen Hoover. In English it's called Slammed, I think. Let me just check that. Yes, Slammed. And, well, let me just say, I started this book and I had to do a little hot chocolate break for tears because of all the emotions after like 100 pages. And then I read the other 400 pages in one night. Yeah, that's how good this book is. To wrap it up, it's mostly just about forbidden love. There will be, or there already is, a second part from the point of view of the guy. And I think there also is a third part from both point of views, but I'm not quite sure. But anyways, this is from the point of view of Lycan, and the guy is called Will. And as I said, there's this forbidden love. I won't go into much detail of that, but basically there just is one bad thing after the other, and I was really into it, like not into the bad things, but like I was just so into the story, and I actually had to check myself every now and then and to tell myself that these problems aren't mine, and like that it's okay and that I will be fine because it's just a fictional story and these problems aren't real, and there's a lot going on. But what I loved was just, first of all, I didn't hate either the protagonist or the love interest, which is really rare. I normally don't like at least one of them. I also mostly think that the love is just too cheesy. That was kind of in this story, so like I kind of sometimes thought, okay, we get it, you love each other, it's okay. But there were just really many different things around that, so it was okay. I have to say, at first, when we first learn what the big dramatic thing is because of which they can't love each other, I was a bit disappointed. I understand why it is problematic, but I still was a bit disappointed that the sun is going down and I don't have any light. Yeah. Another thing I really loved about this is that it includes poetry slams. So we get real poems and we get this performance, and it was as if I was at this poetry slam. I felt the raw emotion, and I felt the problems, and I felt all these deep thoughts, and that's what kind of goes on throughout the book, that you feel these emotions and these deep thoughts, and because of all these dramatic problems you just really feel the story. I don't know how to explain it in any better way, but I was just really in the story with my whole heart. I have to say that the last chapter was a bit like quick. It was one of these 1 year later things, which I'm not a huge fan of because I just really want to know what happened in this year. So I'm kind of hoping that the second part from his point of view will cover that a bit. It was still a good chapter, it was still like a good conclusion to it all, but as I said, I just really wanted to know more about how that happened and how they got there. But what I really loved about the end is that it ends with the message that you should find a reason to smile every day. And that made me smile and cry. But anyways, I just really love this book. 5 out of 5 stars, no doubt. It was amazing. But because I read it so fast, I had time to read another book, which I didn't which I didn't think I would because I'm also writing a term paper at the moment. Cecilia Ahern's 100 Names. I'm never sure if it's Ahern or Ahern or anything like that, but yeah, 100 Names. This is the story of Kitty, who's a reporter, and she did a huge mistake in one of her stories and now everyone hates her, and she's like so sorry, but also like she's afraid that she'll never be able to write again. And then her editor and best friend dies of cancer, and she's left with writing her last story, which is really complicated because she only gets a list of 100 names. No idea, no like thing that connects them, no notes, no anything, just these 100 names. And I struggled with it in the beginning. I took quite a long time to get into it, mostly because Kitty is an egoist. Like, she's so egoistic. She's so self-concerned. She's really annoying. I really was annoyed at her. And there were times describing her more and like describing her feelings more. And she always claimed that like she cared about the others and stuff, but I just couldn't get rid of the feeling that all she cared about was herself. And that is still the case. That didn't change. But that's just my opinion, that might differ from everyone else. So I just had some problems with this because of the main character. However, the other characters were really great, and these 100 names she has to write about, these people have such amazing lives, like such amazing stories. They were really fascinating. Like, they made me think about my life, and the message that this book has is just so wonderful, so beautiful, and the end just... yeah, it kind of... the main character, the main story really wasn't my thing, let's put it that way, but all the stories around it and everything she experiences totally made up for that. In conclusion, I would just say that everyone who feels a bit lost in their life and everyone who feels like they're not fulfilling their purpose, or everyone that feels like they're not doing anything important should definitely read this. Yeah, these were the 2 books I read for February Yearathon for the theme of romance. There were also some really great books the others read, so I would definitely recommend checking out the Goodreads page and just looking at the books the others read, and there will also be like little reviews, and some others also do like blog posts and tweets and YouTube videos, so you should really check that out. Let me know if you participate and let me know what you read or what you're planning to read. I would really like to know. And apart from that, I hope you all had a very great Valentine's Day with your loved ones. And I shall see you next week. Always think of a reason to smile. Goodbye.